Yianni Charalambous has taken the car wrapping scene by storm over the last decade, from wrapping Suzuki Ignis to Aubameyang's LaFerrari and even starring in his own show. In this video I want to take a look at the man himself. We're going to look at his childhood, his first job, and where he is today. He was born on the 1st of July 1976 in a town called Wembley in London. During his childhood he would play knock-a-door run with his friends and stay out late until the streetlights came on. Yianni attended Preston Park Primary School and later on St Gregory's Catholic High School. He was never the biggest fan of school, but he always kept his attendance in good standing, staying school kids. Soon after he left, he worked his first job at Do It All as a paint technician. His job consisted of mixing paints to match samples that customers would bring into store. Shortly after, Yianni moved jobs to Office World selling office supplies and was promoted to assistant manager, becoming the youngest person in his role throughout Office World stores. In the years to follow, he would work numerous jobs, such as customer services representative, shelf stacking at a supermarket, and eventually an estate agent. He would spend 2.5 years as a recruitment consultant in London, where he would earn commission on each staff member he recruited. Yianni stated that he acquired lots of life skills during his time in recruitment, learning how to deal with all types of customers to even closing deals that landed himself in a Porsche Boxster. During the 2000s, Mr. Charalambous purchased a hairdressing business from his cousin. However, he couldn't actually cut, colour or even style hair. He hired staff to deal with the day-to-day business and eventually sold the hairdressers. This was the first of many businesses he would come to own. A few years later, Yianni and his business partner started a mobile phone business selling, well, phones. This didn't last long and the business was closed whilst Yianni was on the hunt for his next venture. Now his hunt led him to his business, Milkshake City. Now, Milkshake City was all over the newspapers as a result of a perfect marketing campaign where the launch of the business had featured popular boy band at the time, JLS. Once word that JLS were in town got around, it didn't take long for fans to rush to Milkshake City and the road was shut down by police as a result of it. From my research, it looked like the business was very successful and eventually him and his business partner decided to sell the company. In the end, Yianni ended up not seeing eye to eye with the new owner, however the business is still running today. His love for cars started early in his life when he would play with his toy cars in his parents' kitchen. His first car was a 1.1 litre B-Reg Ford Fiesta that he modified to make look like the iconic Ford Fiesta XR2. After that he would be the owner of a Renault 16V, but unfortunately an accident meant that the car would be completely destroyed. Due to the accident, Yianni was banned from driving for 12 months due to dangerous driving. Whilst he was banned, he bought another car that he would go on to modify with a custom sports exhaust and a special Clifford alarm. He even made his parents knock out a garage wall to allow him to fit 2 cars in the garage. Now, after working a variety of jobs and owning multiple businesses, Yianni looked back at his first love, cars. Yianni was always passionate about cars and he loved everything about them. In 2008 he decided to start his business Yiannimize. The name came from a mixture of his own name and the word customized to make the catchy name Yiannimize. The idea for his business came from back in 2007 when his best friend at the time, French footballer Bakary Sagna, presented a photo of a Range Rover to him. Sagna wanted his car to look exactly like the photo did with the custom body kit, sound system and wrap. He trusted Yianni with this car and it's safe to say that he delivered.
Back comes out first and he seems like out. I'm like, oh, Back gives me a hug, this, that and the other. So the players start coming out, one after the other, one after the other. And obviously Gallas comes out, he's like, hi Yianni, Theo Walker, this, and hi Yianni. And I'm like, how the hell do you all know my name?
Sagna drove his newly modified car to the Arsenal training grounds and his fellow teammates were in love. This led to Sagna's teammates contacting Yianni wanting the exact same thing for their cars. Yianni exploded onto the car customization scene when he wrapped Sagna's teammate William Gallas's Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren in chrome. Paparazzi were drawn to the SLR like flies when it was spotted leaving the Arsenal stadium after a win against Blackburn. A couple of days later, a photo of the chrome SLR was featured on the back page of a popular British newspaper, snowballing his work to the next level. This is probably a good time to explain what wrapping actually is, and no, it's not what Eminem or Jay-Z does. In its most simple terms, car wrapping is the process of applying vinyl on the existing paintwork to either protect or change the colour of the car. It's much cheaper than having your car resprayed and it can be removed at any time without damaging the existing paintwork. At the time, Yianni would take customers' cars and outsource all the work to a trusted circle of specialists. He would have them do everything from the wrap to the wheels and then delivering the final product to the customer himself. As he gained popularity, he started to build a good reputation and eventually he would set up his own shop doing everything in-house. Now fast forward to 2022. Yianni currently employs around 20 staff at his workshop in Enfield, London. Over the last 15 years he's seen between 70 and 80 staff become a part of the Yiannimize family to make it is what it is today. He started off with one workshop and eventually he expanded to another just next door. This enabled him to work on more cars and take on even more staff. With Yianni's large social media following due to his early adoption of the popular platform Instagram, he's been able to total over 4 million followers across multiple YouTube channels, Instagram accounts, and TikTok. He would start his YouTube channel in early 2014, where he would post his first video of rapping the same white Range Rover he rapped for Sanya 7 years earlier. Only this time he would wrap it in pink rather than white for Sanya's wife. The videos he posted would document each car's modification process, fitting body kits, wheels, and of course rapping. A year later in 2015 he would go on to post his most popular YouTube video when he would rap the UK's biggest YouTuber's car, KSI. The video would be a two-part series showing off the process of modifying the car, and another where they would reveal the car to KSI. KSI was over the moon with the job that Yianni's team had done, and the videos would go on to total over 80 million views on YouTube. This was Yiannimize's big break, and the car would be featured in KSI's first hit song, Lamborghini. The music video would also bring in a total of over 120 million views, and Yianni's company was set on its course to becoming the #1 car rapping company in the UK. Now throughout the years he's gone on to post over 900 YouTube videos, totaling over 340 million views. Eventually he would be approached by popular TV channel Dave to star in his own show based around his business, Yiannimize. The show would be fairly similar to his YouTube videos, but this meant he was on Prime TV and Yiannimize would become a household name. 3 seasons were produced, and they were broadcasted in the UK between 2018 and 2019. The show was fairly successful, receiving a 5.5 stars out of 10 on IMDb, but there's no mention of the show returning anytime soon. Mr. Charalambous started multiple businesses during Yiannimize's life, most notably Nero Design producing and installing body kits to the very popular Lamborghini Urus. Nero would go on to become a part of the Urban Automotive Group, still owned by Yianni. During lockdown he would start Yiannimize competitions, where he would hold a paid competition for someone to win his Lamborghini SV Roadster. They would run competitions for people to win thousands of pounds in cash, cars, watches, and pretty much anything you could desire. He would also launch a range of car cleaning products in the UK's largest motoring and cycling retailer, Halfords, as well as launching his clothing brand in collaboration with Everlast at sportswear retailer Sports Direct. Recently Yianni has stated that the rapping side of his business will be reduced, following his workshop moving to Urban's headquarters in Milton Keynes in January of 2023. Whilst the rapping business was the backbone of his brand, he stated in a recent video that it isn't his main source of income. I want to say thank you for watching, and please be sure to subscribe and like the video, it really helps me out. I also want to say that everything I said in this video was based off my own research, so there is a chance that I said something that might not be 100% accurate. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.